Hey, hey guys. Hello, live chatters, mad hatters. Today is Father's Day, June 19th, um, 2022. It's also my cousin Johnny's birthday, turning 75. And it's Juneteenth, the now a national holiday which marks the official end of slavery, which occurred in Texas when some general came and told the slave owners, "Hey, Slick, the Civil War has been over for a year or so. The slaves are now free, so get with it." So, Juneteenth, Father's Day, and John's birthday. What a great trifecta! And here we are, ready to talk about mental health recovery and all things great. And I did a video, republished a video on Friday called "Don't Believe What You're." No, that's another video. This was called "Depression Lies About the Future," which is the same thing as "Don't Believe What Your Brain is Telling You." You see, the problem with the depressed brain is it's not seeing the world rationally. It's crazy, so to speak. So when it says you'll never get better, or you might as well end your life now, or nobody likes you, or you're a loser, or you stink, all those things, all those messages you get are butkus, which means goat droppings in English. So I hope you get a chance to see Depression Lies About the Future, which I just republished. Words That Heal, episode 29, I just republished. And of course, Sigmund Freud, AKA our friend from Canada, who's Chom Choms. Yeah, it was your videos that saved me 4 years ago. Depression Hates a Moving Target. Best video, Taco Platter. Of course, I love you, Taco. Thank you for coming back. And you and Lisa Lagai from Alberta, you always give $13.99 Canadian. I don't know what's special about that number. But anyway, it's really great to see you. And I'm glad that you're still in remission. And yes, Depression Hates a Moving Target. Actually, I stole that from a guy whose name I forgot, but he did a very, very popular video on suicide and TED Talks. And it is true. All right, so let's go on. Tony Issue, I got to send you the chess problem. By the way, email your phone number. I'd love to check with you on the phone, even though it's a call to Great Britain. And but I'm going to send you the chess problem, Emmanuel. Hey, Danielle. I'm completely overwhelmed and happy about my diagnosis. It explains everything. So let's go back to the beginning and see what your diagnosis is. Danielle, I was diagnosed with ADHD. Oh, yeah, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, which my best friend has had since the get-go. And what does it explain for you? Your hyperactivity or inability to focus on stuff? Hey, California Dreaming Beach Mom, nice to see you. Janai Piertis, haven't seen you before. Paulo Nepomuceno, happy everybody, happy Father's Day. Afternoon from Oklahoma. Says Anne, hello Doug, big fan, nice to see you. Loie the Frenchy Swan, hello Douglas, thank you for being so consistent. You're feeling anxious today? I hate anxiety. Well, sometimes we just have to embrace the things that were bothering us. The more you resist something, the worse it gets. So you might say to yourself, well, it sucks that I'm anxious, but I'm just going to try to breathe into it and go with the flow. But yes, anxiety is very, 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 very disabling. So it is Father's Day. Emmanuel, 2 euros, 16th day of Zoloft. Still anxious but optimistic. Well, today's the 22nd, the 19th of June. I didn't know Zoloft was a month, but anyway. I have inattentive type, which is most common females. Right. Explains my horrible childhood, my depression, many other things. Well, good. Lagai, how do you talk to a fish? Drop it a line. Look at you and Taco Platter, $13.99 Canadian. And boy, we could use those donations. I don't understand why every week my views continue to go down. I'm doing everything I can. I'm posting 3 videos a week. Something is weird, but you can only do what you can do. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are here, and I'm glad that people are still telling me how much my videos are helpful. And this, as long as I continue to hear that, I'm going to make them, even though I'm obviously, going in the red. But it's our contribution on earth that we take with us when we move on to the next level. Value in you, nice to see you. Thank you very much. Danielle, are they going to put you on any medication or just give you some CBT skills? Lazy Eye Ranch. Yes. So Danielle, what is the therapy they're going to give you now that you have inattentive ADHD? This is the Depression Recovery Radio Hour, a video live chat from Douglas Bloch in Portland, Oregon. Every Sunday since June of 2017, we're on number, I don't know, I think about 270 or something. We're really, really close to hitting 300 and really close to hitting 400 videos. So thank you guys. Hit the like button. That'll get people to come to the live chat. If you haven't subscribed, please do. You can go to my homepage, my YouTube homepage, and you can go there and hit the subscribe button, and that will really help drive more people here. I think it's www.youtube.com/user/healing depression. And there you have it. If you click on that link, you can be taken to my YouTube channel, which you're probably on. Hit the subscribe button and you'll be a subscriber. Jason Clulo, thank you. A regular from the UK. You are my shining star of mental health. I know I can depend and trust you for rational guidance. I better stay rational then. I do have bipolar 2. I have become hypomanic. And by the way, let me know when I get the Nobel Prize for peace or mental health peace. Hey, Reef, nice to see you. Ian Kirkpatrick, nice to see you. Emmanuel. You sent me an email some days ago. Thank you for your videos. You've been so helpful helping me during these harsh times. As I said, I'm on the 16th day of Zoloft. I hope in 2 weeks it'll work. Yes, I think you also made a comment on my comments page. Well, it usually takes 3 to 4 weeks, so maybe you'll find out soon enough. Hey, Julie Nelson. Great. Jason Clulo, be kind always. Yes, be kind to yourself. My religion is kindness, is what the Dalai Lama said. My insurance didn't cover Strattera, so they gave me clonidine. Not sure I'm willing to go to therapy. Well, you know, if you have any kind of ADD or ADHD, you do have to learn behavioral skills. So maybe you can, you know, get that from the internet. But there's a skill set that's involved. Saeed Latif, how am I doing? I'm doing okay. I wish the friggin' summer would start in Oregon. We've had the wet, cold spring. It's driving everybody nuts. But the first day of summer, the longest day of the year, is, guess what? It's Tuesday. Hey, Joan. I forgot my chai tea. It's in the kitchen. Maybe she'll bring it. Yes, people are busy today. I don't have any children, by the way, but I have 2 wonderful godchildren. Amy May, who's 32, and Phineas, who's 42. And I don't know, my cat Bruce, who's passed on. I thought I was a pretty good dad for him. I have ADHD, which gave me anxiety and depression. If I treat the ADHD, my life is better. Eureka. Well, what are you treating it with? Interesting to find out. What is this? During my son's confirmation, you know what that is? When the Catholics at 13, it's like the bar mitzvah for Jews. You know, important ritual for Catholics. During my son's confirmation, the Archbishop asked my son if he wanted to go to heaven. Not yet, my son replied. Try that again. During my son's confirmation, the Archbishop asked him if he wanted to go to heaven. Not yet, my son replied. Very clever. Nothing tops a plain pizza. That came from one of you guys. I sold my vacuum cleaner today. All it was doing was sitting in the corner collecting dust. Have you ever tried eating a clock? No, I'm very hungry, but not that. Well, eating a clock is time consuming. All right, I'm ready for somebody else's jokes. Riz Avendo, nice to see you. Vedno, thanks to see you again. Lazy Ranch, Nami can help. Online classes, yes. I'm listening to podcasts and audiobooks on ADHD. The therapist should have been willing to help me 30 years ago. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but just think, Danielle, better late than never. Hey, grilled cheese sandwich. Nice to see you on the live chat. You and I have corresponded on the on your comments on my videos. And by the way, if these fuel prices keep going up, I'm going to convert my van to running on whale oil. However, it's not okay to kill whales for oil, although they used to do that to light lamps, right? But then we had gas and then we have electricity. Michael Thal, hey Douglas, your knowledge is amazing. I have had chronic insomnia for over 2 years, wake up a few hours and can't go back to sleep. Tried everything. Only things that help was Lunesta. Well, the only thing that helps me is Ambien, which is in the same class. So if Lunesta helps, that's good. What I do is I happen to be very graced with a hot tub in my backyard. So sitting in a hot tub or sitting in a bath of warm water and taking magnesium really helps me go to sleep. And when you wake up, I have a video called "What Happens If You Wake Up at 4 and Can't Get Back to Sleep." I have this video where I watch sheep jumping over a river going into the ocean, where I often frequent, and count from 100 down to 1. It's an old hypnotic trick. It seems to work. So you might try that. Some people listen to podcasts, but I'll take it. Nothing better living through chemistry, said DuPont. And I'll tell you, these sleep medications like Lunesta, like Ambien, like Trazodone, which is an antidepressant in low doses, like amitriptyline, like Remeron. There are many, many good medications that can help with sleep. I'm glad you found something. But yeah, try the behavioral things too. Go to bed the same time every night, wake up the same time every morning, no caffeine after 3 p.m., the whole 9 yards. I have a couple of videos on sleep. You could look them up. Not too bad, brother, says Value in You to Jason Clue. I had a strange bout of anxiety recently when I was sick and had trouble breathing, but it passed fairly quickly. Well, that's good. So, Michael, I have a video called "What Happens When It's 4 a.m. and You Can't Get Back to Sleep." I have another one about medications that are used for insomnia and the role of sleep in healing from depression. Those 3 videos. If you send me an email, I'll send you the links, or you can just look them up. It is now 12:15. We're 1/4 of the way through the Depression Recovery Video Hour with Pastor Doug, aka Douglas Bloch. As I mentioned, your contributions really help this keep going, helps me pay my editors and my videographers. So there's a little $sign. It's the super chat button. Click on it, and for 99 cents, you can leave a contribution or more. Or if you want to do it by PayPal, my PayPal address is my email address, which is douglasbloch@gmail.com. And everything be greatly appreciated. And also hit the like button, and that'll draw more people to the chat. Thoughts on Wellbutrin, says Ali Abanafallah. Well, I've been taking it for a couple of years and no side effects, and it seems to be helping. I think it's a very good depressant, and I've been taking it myself. Junk, thank you for your compliment. Germana, I like that name. I haven't been able to sleep at night for 15 years. I've learned recently just to embrace it. Yes, I have a number of friends with sleep disorders, and they just learn to live with it. 2 Sundays together, GT, grilled cheese sandwich. Nothing helps me fall asleep better than the sounds of rain at night as my service pup crash lands on me every night. Well, that's wonderful that you have a service dog. These days, Lazy Ranch says, mental health professionals are overwhelmed with patients. County clinics, I no longer have a therapist because not suicidal anymore. Good, but I miss talking to therapists. Well, you can go to BetterHelp online, but that costs money. Shay, I want to be okay and really mean it. Everything has been so heavy lately. Yeah, it's been a very heavy time. I mean, look, we have the stock market, bond market going crazy. We have those horrible shootings, climate change. I mean, it's a very dark time in the world. Fuel prices are killing me too. I spend 400 euros a month just to go to work. Wow. Well, I think that I don't know, it's tough. Ukraine, if the war were over, then the fuel embargo, the oil would start flowing. But, it's tough. If you're in Ukraine, maybe you should just give in and do a treaty. But then if you do that, Russia's going to go try to take over somebody else. It's a horrible situation. Mike C. Maybe there's somebody out there who cares. Probably not. Congratulations on your YouTube success. Happy for you. Well, thank you, Mike C. I mean, my YouTube success is relative. At least I have people I can help. But when you say maybe there's somebody out there who cares, are you having any luck in finding somebody who cares? I mean, good therapists care. Any heat from Robert Jenkins? Yes, he's a hot potato. No, anyone here? Yes, he has evidently recovered from his OCD and his hospitalizations. He comes about every 1 or 2 months and checks in and says hello. So as far as I know, he's continuing to be in mental health recovery. Janet Slater says, yes, to sleep well, you do need a bit of a routine, and melatonin helps some people. Well, Beatrice has helped me quite a bit, says Lagai, as it has me. Some U.S. centers want to phase out Medicare. Yeah, that's great, right? We already have enough of a gap between the rich and poor in this country. Sounds like a great idea. Yeah, I know. Lazy Eye Ranch, I agree with your politics 100%. What can I tell you? Magnesium is also good before sleep. Magnesium is good for anxiety, for depression, to make sure you're getting enough B vitamins and omega-3 fatty acids, and also just eat a good, well-rounded diet. Katie Boulin, I'm Prozac for 3 weeks, feeling worse, suicidal thoughts constant. Sometimes those drugs do increase suicidal thoughts. I would call your prescriber instantly and tell them what's going on. And I do have a website for anybody struggling with suicidal thoughts. I think it's really, really, well, I worked on it for 3 years, so of course I'm going to think it's really good. But it is really good. And it's called Overcoming Suicidal Pain. If you know anybody who's thinking of harming themselves, tell them to get professional help. You can also refer them to this website. It really does have some very good tools and techniques. And you can see right here, I have a picture. Let me show it to you in just a second. OverwhelmingSuicidalPain.com or overcoming, yeah, suicidal pain is overwhelming. And it has all these tools, staying safe, reducing pain, finding support, how to survive, hope. Hope is very important. Absolutely. Has anyone here ever felt hopeless? Raise your hand. Tell me if you ever felt hopeless. If you're depressed, you have definitely felt hopeless. But that's the brain lying to you. That's the brain saying your pain is forever. You'll never get better. Thank you, Anne. Hey, LS16. Michelle, nice to hear from you. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you guys don't mind if I call you by your real names every now and then. Teachers can bring guns to 24 hours of training. Oh, what a great idea that is. You know, there's more guns than people in the United States. I don't want to get political, but that is absolutely a country that is literally lost its sanity. I'll say one thing and then I'll shut up. If you own a gun, you're twice as likely to use it on yourself as anybody else. Yes? Suicides, twice as many suicides by gun as homicides. Yeah. So, as Leo Giroux, a farmer friend of mine, used to say, what a mess. All right, now let's get back to answering your questions. Reef, it's hard to travel far away from destinations. Yes, Reef, whenever I used to travel on the road and do lectures, I have insomnia. I never could sleep the first night in a hotel. If you have a medication that helps you sleep, Reef, bring it along. Or, you know, hot shower and deep breathing. Usually after the first day or two, I'm okay. But the first evening in a place far away from home, I could hardly ever sleep. Veronica, I hear many people talking about magnesium, but not all are good. Which one are you taking? I'm taking a supplement here in America called Calm. It is very good, but it's simply magnesium carbonate, I think. I mean, I think most magnesium supplements are good because it's just magnesium, right? But Calm, here, I'll even write it down. It's called CALM, a brilliant name, right? You know, can you imagine having a name of anxiety supplement called Uptight? Here it is, Uptight. Uptight. A new magnesium supplement. I wonder how many of those would sell. All right, smash that like button. Thank you, Disobedient Space Whale, as opposed to the obedient one. Will reducing anxiety help ease depression? Sometimes, yes, not always. If the depression is pure depression, the vegetative type where you can't get out of bed and can't make a decision, lethargy, can't concentrate, reducing anxiety will not help with that. You have to deal directly with the depression. Yeah. If we arm teachers, the next shooting will be done by a teacher who snaps. And yes, being a teacher myself in a classroom, it is very easy to snap. Janet Slater. I love the name Janet. By the way, my first good friend is when I was 5 years old was named Janet. I especially feel helpless right now after trauma 2 years ago. I had strong SH and SI ideations, ended up in a mental health hospital as a result. Well, how are you doing now? I have a couple of videos on trauma. Hopefully you are getting some help from that. I have a video called something like Therapies That Help Trauma. I just did it. One of them is called EMDR. I move it desensitization reprocessing, and also DBT. Yeah. If you had a traumatic event and it is still affecting you, you want to go to a psychotherapist who specializes in treating trauma, which is often held in the body. It's a very, and look at all the poor people coming back from the wars, right? The veterans, major trauma. They even gave a name for it, PTSD. 54 people, not bad for Father's Day. Let's try to get up to 60, shall we? Hit the like button. Floridix liquid magnesium is very good. All right. My beagles helped me a lot with depression and anxiety. Got 4 of them. Wow. Oh, I thought you said bagels. Oh, your beagles. Okay. You're doing lots better. I'm so glad, Janet. Jason uses 3-in-1 magnesium from Amazon. There must be 100 magnesium supplements. I had a bad anxiety panic attack. Well, has it gone away? Normally they do. Oh, wow. Lazy Eye Ranch, I'm sorry that happened to you with your teacher. 2 people in the UK. Wow. I'm in the northeast of Brazil. Wow. I hear it's beautiful there. Grilled cheese sandwich. I take a generic version of Klonop and drink this sleepy time tea. Oh, that's Celestial Seasonings. That's been around since the dawn of time, along with my epilepsy meds, and usually get a good 3 to 4 nights at a time. Well, I hope you get more than that, because you need at least 7 for your brain to be properly regenerated. Why is the U.S. one of the only major countries in the world that allows guns? It's our history. It's the frontier. It's the fact we have a very violent past, slavery, genocide. I mean, America is an amazing place. I wouldn't live anywhere else, but it has got a very dark side. And one of them is this whole obsession with guns. It's the whole male thing. Huge article in the New York Times from these gun manufacturers telling people to man up, right? It's all based on fear. They called it the marketing of fear. And anyway, I want to get back to mental health. But it is mental health, right? When people are afraid and are arming themselves, that tells you that they're really very anxious. And there's no reason to be, for the most part. Grilled cheese sandwich. I'm really sorry about your seizures. Wow. You're a trooper for living with them and being able to, have a positive outlook on life. That is, I don't know if I could do that. Good for you. Give yourself a pat on the pat. Also, when you're in Portland, please make me a grilled cheese sandwich, one of my favorites. Guess what? No one has said a joke, and our friend Eric Steiner has not come on, so we need to have some of you step up to the plate, make a joke. I'm in England. Is it Father's Day in the U.S.? You bet your booties it is, as well as the UK. There's a lot of people I have to send Father's Day notes. I've always wanted children. One of my great regrets in life, I never had any. But I have two godchildren. I've mentored a lot of people. Matter of fact, my niece and two nephews both lost their mother to a stroke when she was 52. That's my wife's twin sister. So I've been a father to my nieces and nephews, and I've also been a father to my godson, goddaughter, who also lost a parent. So I seem to step in. Hey, Dad, and there it is, Stephanie Bacon, whose father is no longer with us, so she considers me her father, and we have yet to connect over the phone. Hey, tell me Happy Father's Day, will you? And send me a little, maybe a little e-card. But we will talk. As someone who works in a school and has struggled with suicidal ideation, will not own a gun, I still struggle with this side of them sometimes. Of course you do. The thing about suicidal ideation is it can take like that, a trigger, and you immediately want to act on it. But usually that goes away in 15 minutes. But if you have something right in front of you that allows you to harm yourself, like a gun, which, once you pull the trigger, man, there's it's a point of no return. If you swallow some pills, at least you can call 911, right? As one of my friends did. But it is not good, I repeat, it is not good to have the means of self-harm at your fingertips when you are unstable or suicidal. Hey, Pat, I was just talking about you. I was talking about how I was a father to my nieces and nephews. I expect a Father's Day text as soon as you get off live chat. Thank you. Or you could say Happy Uncle's Day. How's that? 52 people. We're still trying to get to 60, and a donation would be much appreciated. It is now 30 minutes after the hour. We're halfway done. And last donation we had was, my God, it has been a while ago. I can't even find it. So it would be very, very nice if someone could drop a few shekels. That is how we stay on the air. Happy Father's Day. Thank you, Stephanie, the first person. Have you seen Heather Cox Richardson? Yes, I have seen her. I have read her blog. She is brilliant. She explains the cowboy mentality that got us here. Yeah, she's an enlightening person. Lazy Eye, could you go ahead and send me a link to that article of hers? I would really, really appreciate it. Heather Cox Richardson is one of my heroines. So anybody wants to email me, do so. DouglasBloch@gmail.com right here. Please send me the link to Heather Cox Richardson, okay? And also, as long as we're giving information about what I've been up to, I have a book on Audible, my memoir about how I overcome a suicidal depression. It's called When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, read by a brilliant Australian voice actor, only $14.95 on Audible, a wonderful, wonderful read. And also, it shows you never give up. And I think Stephanie Bacon, my good friend from Sacramento, just made a donation of $19.99. Really, really appreciate Stephanie. I love you too. Thank you for helping out on this station. Really, really appreciate it. All right. So someone asked a question and it's been held. I have to go find it. Here it is. Lily Zavendo. I'm stuck in the job I hate. I have diagnosis that first cripple and then kill me, plus daily headaches. Wow. Rudy, I'm really, really sad about the struggles you're having. You don't have to tell us, but what is a diagnosis that will first cripple and then kill you? I mean, that could be Lou Gehrig's disease. I doubt it, but whatever it is, it sounds horrible. And I'm sorry you're dealing with it, but there must be some kind of support you can get, like family, friends, a therapist. Of course, it's Father's Day in the U.S. It's always the third Monday in June, by the way. Yeah, so Rudy Zavendo, again, I want to let you know that I do have a website to help people who are having thoughts of self-harm. It is called Overcoming Suicidal Pain right here. But the most important thing you should do is reach out to a therapist, counselor, or psychiatrist and help have someone deal with your situational depression. And in fact, your depression is real and it's understandable and it's valid. But when you end it all, there is, suicide is the forever decision. And I'm sure with a lot of effort and a little bit of luck, you can make your life a little bit livable. I don't know, I'm not in your shoes, but it's worth it because you never know when things can change. I've seen people being way at the bottom of the barrel, and then something comes along and they resurrect. So try to fight against it. And Edward Steiner, $25, thank you. Well, you didn't do it through PayPal, but I'm glad to see you're here, and I'm glad to see that you're going to give us a joke. I know you are. Lagai, happy Father's Day to everyone. Thank you for your Canada donation. Really appreciate you guys. Yeah, I've been despairing. How do you measure a snake in inches as they have no feet? You know why the snake lost his battle in court, Edward? He didn't have a leg to stand on. Now that's a snake joke I like. Yeah, yours is okay. I mean, it's not one of my best favorite, but who am I to negate a joke when you've been so generous? But what do you think of the one I just said? Why did the snake lose his battle in court? Didn't have a leg to stand on? I think that's very funny. But anyway, thank you for donation. Thank you for your joke. Your jokes are always cool, and I just appreciate you and all the support you give me, both in terms of your compliments and also your financial support. So you are a real mensch, as we say in Yiddish, and thank you for being a part of this ministry. Really appreciate it. Well, we've dropped from 54 to 43 viewers. Maybe people are starting their Father's Day brunches. But thank you for your donations, all of you. Garvit Coley. Douglas, I'm tired of running around hospitals trying now. I have romanticized with my depression. I feel like doing nothing, just using phones, sleeping all day long. Well, if that's the case, go find a good therapist. Go find a good shrink. Get my book, Healing from Depression. I mean, this is everything I know about how to come out of a really bad depressive episode. Or go to my website, healingfromdepression.com, and above all, get professional help. You can feel better. Yes, Miranda Semino, there is an Italian version of Words That Heal. You're absolutely correct. I haven't seen it in ages. There's also a Spanish and Portuguese one. Hey, if you can find it, send it to me. That would be great. I know some people who read Italian. Wow, you stopped the cat from killing a bird? Good for you. Cats are wonderful, but I love birds just as much, if not better. And they do. The Audubon Society here in Portland hates cats because of all the birds they kill. I do own a gun, but it's a 22 rifle, so lousy to suicide. Yeah, when I was suicidal, I made a device to do it with less mess. I'm glad you threw it away. My jokes are always a bit morbid, so I always try to tell them to my boy, Loki, who finds me hilarious. Well, you can tell one here. I have a dark sense of humor. Yasin Yelda, you're from Italy. I always wanted to go there. Jennifer Miranda, thank you so much. You're a dad to some of us, and I love your name. And I just would love to, meet you sometime. And there's a woman named Jennifer Tiana who comes on. If you're on there, Jennifer, I just sent you your copy of Words That Heal. What is this weather, Alex Jones? We have had a crappy spring in the Pacific Northwest. Sarah Ahid, hello. But it's going to change. We're going to have some nice weather in the middle of this week. Like with me, I try to be understanding as I understand the urges that self-harm, says Janet, but I never let myself get to the point of actually doing anything. I don't know what to say to her sometimes. I don't know who her is. Yeah, suicidal ideation is, I say, how do you deal with a friend who often self-harms, Janet Slater? You get them to go to a therapist. Ask them to seek professional help. Seek professional help is always the thing to tell someone who is thinking of self-harm or is seriously depressed. It's the only thing. And you can also pray for them. And speaking of which, if those of you believe in prayers, I have a kick-ass prayer line that I've been using for over a quarter of a century. And it does work. And it's amazing. Hey, Joni. 1-816-969-2000.
Hello?
Period. Hey, do you mind bringing like a banana, half a banana? And I think there's some tea on the table. That would be great. Anyway, if you believe in the power of thought at a distance, definitely call that number. Where's everybody from the UK? Well, Jason Clulo is here, and 700 Moons is here. Self-love saves you from self-harm. Well, isn't that a beautiful, beautiful? I'm going to make a video on that. That's a great affirmation. Any news on getting a cat for you and Joan? We don't seem to be ready. I would do it if Joan wanted to, but things have been very busy. Her nephew is going through a crisis, so things are crazy around here. But Alice16, keep nudging me to get a cat. Hey, Joan.
Hey, Douglas.
One of the live chatters, Michelle, wants us to get, wonder when we're getting a cat. I said when we're ready. But Joan is chuckling. She knows how much you love Bruce. Look at this. Synchronicity. Look what Joan just gave me. Oh my God. We are meant to get a cat. She just hands me this mug with cats on it. Oh my God. By the way, this is 500 mile chai tea from the Tao of Tea from India. Truckers use it when they have to go 500 miles and can't fall asleep. But look at these cats. Isn't this cool? Here, I'll show you the other side. Whoops, can't do that after I'm covered up. There it is. Aren't they cute? Visualize a new cat coming into this house, you guys. Charmaine Ho. Douglas, I've missed so many live streams of yours because it's 3 a.m. here, 3:30 a.m. here. 12:30, what does that mean, everybody? That means they are 15 hours ahead. So where is that? Maybe you're in Tokyo, Japan or something? I just want to say thank you for getting... Whoops, what happened to Charlene? I lost you, my friend. Oh, here we are. Thank you for getting me through one of my worst depressive episodes last year. I'm finally feeling better now. That's right, Charmaine, excuse me. Because your pain is not forever. One of my videos, right? Isn't it wonderful to come out of the pits? This is how I feel. I've been through 4 really bad episodes of depression. All 4 of them suicidal depressions. And now I'm trying to show you guys something, but it's hard to get it out of here. There we go. From the ashes I rise. Right? That's how I always feel, no matter what. Like trying to change my... Look at this. It's like doing hypnosis, right? There it is. Anyway, resurrection, the phoenix rising out of its ashes. Anybody who's ever recovered from a crippling depressive episode, this is how they feel. Like they've resurrected. And that you have resurrected, not physically, but psychologically. So I'm glad, Charmaine, that you were like the phoenix bird, that you have resurrected. Katie Bowen says, I can't escape the feeling that I need to self-harm. It follows me everywhere. Yeah, I understand. I have been like that. So what do? Your brain is not working properly. It's short-circuiting. You got to do something to help with that brain of yours. And you can go to a good counselor, a good psychiatrist, get professional help. Self-harm feelings are not forever. The whole of UK has Portland type weather with some mild variations. You're right, 700 Moons. I lived in Scotland for a while. Same thing. So, Katie, don't give up. Reach out for help. These feelings of self-harm are transitory. Katie, how do you escape the feeling you want to self-harm? You have to find out what's behind it, Katie. What is causing you to want to self-harm? Pain, right? Usually people self-harm in order to escape psychological pain. And then if that's the case, then treat that pain, find a way to get to the root of it. So it's possible. I've had friends. There was a woman who came to my depression support group. She was only 19 at the time. She used to, cut herself, with her razors. I knew someone who used to burn themselves with a cigarette. I know it sounds kind of gross, but that's what people do. But they're all in tremendous emotional pain. One of them was a recovering drug addict. So Yeah, it relieves anxiety. Thank you, Jason. It's a normal response that many people have to relieving anxiety or depression. So what did these people do? They went into therapy, they went on some medication, they came to my support group, and they stopped. I can even send you a video of this young lady from many, many years ago, and she'll tell you how she got over self-harm. So, Katie, it's actually you can look it up on my you can actually look this video up on this YouTube channel. It's called Back from the Brink. If you want to learn about someone who overcame self-harm, it's called Heather's. Isn't that a beautiful name? Recovery. I think it was called Heather's Depression Recovery. There you have it. Back from the Brink, Heather's Depression Recovery Story. Check that out. I can't issue any tasks on my own. Anhedonia, that could also be a problem. But look at that video, Katie. Heather's Depression Recovery Story, somebody who overcame self-harm. It's now 45 minutes after the hour. We are 3/4 of the way through the Depression Recovery Hour with Douglas George Bloch, who was born on February 22nd, 1949. Washington's birthday, which used to be a national holiday, it is no more. Meanwhile, my cousin's birthday, June 19th today, never used to be a national holiday, but it is now. It's called Juneteenth, the official end of slavery. So look what happens. All things change, right? First, I was a national holiday, and then he is. The Golden State Warriors, my favorite basketball team, were in last place in 2020. They just won this championship, one of the greatest teams in the history of basketball, with the best coach, Steve Kerr, who is an incredible human being as well as a brilliant coach. Anybody follow basketball here? If so, you should root for Golden State. When my husband died, I'd have to rise out of my pit like the phoenix. Took time, but I survived. And you did rise, didn't you, Anne? Mark Nichols, thank you so much. I couldn't have sent any weather. Katie, things will get better. Always have hope for the future. Won't always be like this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, look at that. Mark, you've been there and back. I can tell. You said it better than I. Things will not always be this way. Since I got into art, I've done some dark drawing, says Janet. Whatever's on my mind, or even stuff like scribbling on a page. Yes, that's right. I believe in artistic, it's what art therapy is, right? I've been in the hospital 4 times. I love my art therapy classes. I used to have my art therapy on display and back, behind me. I have to eat my banana. Didn't have my breakfast. Lagai, I agree. Lazy Eye Ranch is very interesting. You're in consistent fight or flight, Katie. You're obviously having anxiety, probably from trauma. What has helped me with the self-harm feelings is to recognize that they suck. It's okay to feel those feelings, but not to act on it. I agree with you. It's okay to feel the feelings. But if you feel stuck, when you feel stuck, you call up your little psychotherapist, and you go into therapy, and that's one of the reasons or ways you get unstuck. Oh my God. Russian blue, yes. I love Russian blues. You know how much they cost? $1,200 to $1,500. And it's funny because Jennifer sent me a picture of a Russian blue cat as a thank you note. And since then I've been absolutely convinced I want one. They're very sensitive though, and they're shy, but they're amazing cats. I think I'm going to show you the card that she sent me. I'll be right there. It gives me a reason to stretch my legs. After my hip replacement surgery, I'm not supposed to sit down for more than a half an hour. I'll be back. Oh my God. Oh. Here we are. Is that a Russian blue cat? I think it is. What do you guys think, or those of you who know about Russian blue cats? Anyway, that's the cat I want. All right, Katie says, I don't believe you, and I'm not quite sure what she meant by that. All right, what else do we have to say? It's 12:49, we have 11 minutes. We could always use one more contribution and one more joke. Let me see if I can get one for you. If I can find my joke page, which I may or may not be able to. Hold on. My boss told me to have a really good day, so I went home. My boss also told me he was going to fire the person with the worst posture. I have a hunch it's going to be me. All right. John Slater, that and getting to meet a bunch of others who struggle with mental health and having much better understanding is what helps me. Yes, AA is a place to go to be with people who struggle with alcohol. Groups are amazing. Hard to do therapy because my executive functioning is poor. Well, what about art therapy? What about dance therapy, movement therapy? Christy Oliver, just watching the internet, there are so many sites, and just reading a lot of comments makes me realize how many hurting people are in the world. I pray for everyone, yes, that they feel better, absolutely. You and Sam Ovens are the people that have the most impact in my life. I'll have to take a look. All right. Mark Nichols says, good question. How do you fix a broken pumpkin with a pumpkin patch? Yes, thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Disobedient Space Whale. I love that joke. Janet Slater says, 700 moons. It's never too late to get back into drawing. I just started drawing right after my inpatient hospital. Stay at 39. You're 41 now. You lucky son of a gun. I'm 73. DS, I'm very depressed. I cry every day. I have been diagnosed with severe depression. No idea what to do. DS, go find a therapist. Go find a good prescriber. Watch the videos on this website. Watch videos on other websites. Depression is treatable. It's treatable and retreatable. Yes. So DS, there are resources, and again, this book, which you can get on Amazon, Healing from Depression, the Body, Mind, Spirit Recovery Program. Everything I know about depression is in that book. And also I have a website, healingfromdepression.com, but there is so much good information out there. It's incredible. And there are treatments, there's medication, there's ketamine, there's TMS, there's ECT. So if you are feeling depressed, there are so many resources out on the internet, out in the world, but you got to reach out, and try them out. You got to reach out for support. And by the way, there's the site right there. Warfare are not carnal, but are mighty for the pulling down strongholds, and we all all right, sorry, I kind of mumbled there. Smart recovery, that's good for alcoholism, yes sir. Todd Noblace, a recent study showed that people on antidepressants don't show any improvement over people on placebo. Well, I don't think that's 100% true. They're not as good as people think they are, but they do help some people. To prevent yourself from suicidal self-harm, stay away from negativity and toxic people, practice gratitude, and visualize a better future. Yassine, that's very good ideas. Very good, very, very good suggestion. Yes, I agree, Christy Oliver. If you have a spiritual practice, if you can connect with your inner spirit, divine spirit, it definitely helps a great deal. Lazy Eye Ranch, my son turned 30 a few days ago. Good for him. Happy birthday. He said he never thought he'd live this long. That breaks my heart, but I understand it. He's known so much tragedy. He was kidnapped at 14 months old. So much has happened since. And look, he's a survivor. And he's got a wonderfully dedicated mother like you. I hope he wished you a happy Mother's Day. So, yeah, good for you, Lazy Ranch, for sticking with your son. All right. I got him. I got the troll. Thank you. I took care of him. There was a troll here for about 60 seconds, but we definitely erased him, didn't we? Thank you for recording Blue. Thank you for recording Grilled Cheese Sandwich. You know, it's so many comments here, I can't keep track of all of them, but as soon as I saw it, I took them offline. Lazy Ranch, my sister had a Russian Blue from a shelter. Good match for you and Joan. Serene but cuddly personality. Fur like plush velvet. Thank you, thank you, thank you a lot, Lazy Ranch, for the suggestion. It is now 12:54 after the hour, 6 more minutes. If we could have one more joke or donation, that would be great. One day you will be living life you visualized and prayed for, says Yasteen Nayadi. That's a good idea. Well, good. A lot of people reported that troll. You guys have my back. Thank you very much. And I did delete all his messages. So here we are. Matt Kames. Hey, Douglas, you helped me through much my battle with depression. Came out the other side. Much better, man. Thank you. Came off Prozac 3 months ago and have a tremendous lust for life. That's wonderful. Look at that. Matt, you are a role model of mental health recovery. You see, boys and girls, what goes down must come up, right? So, there's always room. Wow, another troll. That's incredible. They must be really I'm going to seafood dryer it. I seafood, I eat it. Very, very nice. Yes, it's troll day here. I haven't had trolls in like 6 months. Anyway, they've been quite active. Okay, Janet Slater. Charmaine, my supervisor, tells our preschoolers that she's allergic. It makes her sick to see them chewing their food with their mouths open. Isn't that very funny? Having cataract surgery, a bit nervous. You should be, but it's such a routine operation now. Laser, it's so simple, and you're right to be nervous. Somebody operating on your eye, but I know dozens of people have gone through it. And yes, we never get trolls here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. You know, sometimes shit happens, right? But what can I say about epigenetics? Overpowers our genes if mental illness runs in the family. I completely agree with you, Michelle Joy Pluck. We are more than our genes, and what is it? Genetics, what's the word? Is not destiny. Genes are not destiny. There's another word. Biology is not destiny. Yeah, however you want to put it. Yes, epigenetics means that we can turn on and off genes by our behavior and our thinking. So, Genes are not destiny. And you're right. That was a very, very good point. Epigenetics. Well, Lazy Eye Ranch, if trolls want to annoy, that means they're in pain. Hurt people, right? So we should feel sorry for these people, because if all they can do is want to make lives miserable, other people's lives miserable, they're miserable, right? If I'm happy, if I'm joyful, if I have a loving family, if I have a great purpose in life, if I have a great spiritual life, if I feel blessed by God or the universe or whatever, why would I go on someone's live chat or someone's YouTube channel and be nasty? You only do that if you feel like a piece of crap. So we should pray for those people, and that's why Jesus said, pray for your enemies, right? Very good advice. Love your enemies, right? They need love because they're so miserable and so broken. All right. Anybody here into astrology? Well, what do you know? 700 Moons. I've written 2 books on it. Hello from Central Florida, California Dreaming. Sure. We've talked many times before. Yeah. Well, I removed them all, didn't I? And 700 Moons. I'm going to bring back one more thing to show you in response to your question. Here we are. Astrology for Yourself. Best primer in print. Douglas Bloch and Demetra George right there. So yeah, I'm not only interested in astrology, I've written the best book on it for the introduction. Co-wrote it with my friend Demetra George. There's the whole thing right there. Yeah, no, I got into it when I was 22 and it saved my life. Made me understand why I was in so much pain and helped me find a way to help others. Jennifer, Tiana, your book is on the way. It's supposed to come on Wednesday. Words That Heal. Thank you for your donation. Very much so. And your card. I just showed your card to the folks here. See, this was sent to me by Jennifer. Jennifer, is this a Russian blue cat or do you even know? Anyway, thank you, my friend, from Overland Park, Kansas, which is a wonderful place. I've spoken there before, and I think the University of Kansas there. I'm sure it is. Thank you, Douglas, for answering my question about epigenetics. Have you read Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton? I know who he is, and I should absolutely read it. Thank you so much. 51 watching, yes. We're down to 37 for I'll never made it to 60, but it is, after all, Father's Day. If you love and respect yourself, you're going to love and respect others. Yes, Yassine, nice, that little bit of wisdom. Please like. There's only one like. You guys have to hit the like button. Come on. It's simple to do. All right. It is 101, 102. I'm going to give you about 4 more minutes to hit that like button. That would be great. And it will help other people find this channel. Yes, you'll have to look at the book. Just go look Astrology for Yourself on Amazon. You'll see it's one of the top books. Yes, Reef, always nice to see you here. Lazy Eye Ranch, your comments are always incredibly welcome here and appreciated. You're working on a book about being illegally detained, starved, tortured at a Chrome internment camp in Florida. Wow, that sounds pretty traumatic. At any rate, it is 1:02. As I mentioned, I didn't have my breakfast. I'm glad you all showed up. The trolls, as I said, I feel sorry for them. Anybody who would, go out of their way to create mischief is obviously suffering inside. And it is a cry for help. In the meantime, remember, what goes down must come up. No matter how bad you're feeling, there is hope for resurrection right here. Whoops. Yeah, that's an upside down resurrection. There we go. And a final joke from my last video. Why did they call it the Dark Ages? Because there were so many knights. And by the way, who invented the round table? Was it Sir Lancelot, Sir Arthur, Sir Gawain? No, it was circumference, from a former math teacher. All right, you guys, it is peace out. First day of summer in the Northern Hemisphere is Tuesday morning at 4:11 a.m. Pacific time. By the time I see you guys next week on the 26th, we will be at the beginning of summer, and hopefully in Portland and Seattle and Northwest, we will finally get to see some warm weather and some sunshine. Until then, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Of course, you can find my book on Amazon. Say Douglas Bloch. I have an author page. I have like 11 books on Amazon, grilled cheese sandwich. And you're not dark. You're just explaining a horrible thing that happened to you. Yeah, go to Amazon.com and just put in my name, Douglas Bloch. You will see all my books on affirmations, on astrology, on depression recovery. Or, better yet, click on this link. If you go to that link right there, you will be taken directly to my page of Healing from Depression, my book with 4.5 stars, and from there you can look at all my other books. So, we haven't looked for one yet, Jennifer. So, what is my daily routine? Get up, exercise, meditate, write books, exercise, come back, and ride bikes, have dinner, read, go to bed. And what am I trying to connect with here? Grilled cheese sandwich, right? I just put the link right up there. Click on that link, Amazon.com. That you see, it'll go right to my page. Are you going to be at the Cardinals game, Janet? You're a baseball player like me. I'm a Yankees fan since the time I've been 5 years old. Any advice on how to use Become Summer? Yeah, I would say go ahead and go to AA or Smart Recovery, and also work on healing your anxiety. Those are all good things to do. And until we meet again, I hope all of you have a great week. I hope all of you a wonderful summer solstice, the first day of summer. And I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. We'll see you next week, same time, same place.